Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 1 Revisit Commentary.
So this flashback.
We died. This is Tails' spirit reminiscing before his dying breath.
Can't believe Tails is fucking
This flashback would be a whole lot more effective if he wasn't sliding across the ground.
I
Also,
like how
it's
Tails
like-
has these. I like how Tails has these jet shoes in the past.
Yes, exactly.
Just using the past, and apparently Sonic and Tails met in the Mystic Ruins.
Yeah, well, you know, this scene was somewhat adapted in Sonic X. There's a very similar scene like this in Sonic X, where Tails comes across Sonic's plane, which is painted red, and even though he has no idea who the fuck Sonic is, takes it upon himself to start painting that fucking plane blue. Who the
Yeah, I
fuck
know.
do you
As
think you
far
are,
as Sonic
Tails?
aware, Tails is a vandal.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Tails?
What was interesting to me about Sonic X is that they do the Tails upgrades the plane subplot in the first season, and then when they get to the second season where they're trying to do it again, it's like, oh crap, we already upgraded the plane. We gotta. I don't even remember what they did to it.
So much to Sonic.
Sonic X was a trip.
I would love it if this point, I think, is this where... Oh no, I'm thinking of the scene later on where Tails... I would love it if Pig the Cat's only... If he was only in SA1, the scene where he runs up to Tails and scares him. If that was the only thing Pig the Cat did in SA1, that would be amazing.
For decades, gamers would be like, "What the hell was that thing?"
Who is Big the Cat?
But then for some reason he's in Smash Ultimate because fucking Sakurai loved it for some reason.
Yeah, he still gets it before Waluigi does.
Well, that's because he
Shadow.
deserves it more. So
Yeah.
I love that there's that fucking render of Waluigi holding one of the piranha plants. And it's like,
yeah, because
Waluigi.
that was like his buddy or whatever it was in
Mario Party 3.
Yeah, it was like that was his
Wha-
partner. Why
Oh,
is one of
stop.
them just lying on the ground?
Man, back a few years ago, we had to like get 50 rings and jump through a goalpost and stuff.
Okay, so in the animation in this scene, Froggy was in the fucking air when he ate the Chaos Emerald.
Now he's got two of them inside of him, but for some reason when Tails gets the Chaos Emerald, he only gets the one. out of Froggy.
Froggy has Chaos's tail, which is why Eggman wants it.
How did
No,
Froggy
he wants the Chaos Emeralds that's also in his
How
stomach.
did Froggy get
Froggy
into
also does
Sand
have the-
Hill?
Yeah, what the fuck?
How did Froggy get into Sand Hill if the way was blocked by a wall of sand?
Because Chaos's tail.
So
I guess.
the only reason Sand Hill is in this game is because late into production, Sonic Team found out that sandboarding was a real thing, and they were like, "What the fuck? Let's put it in the game and make Tails do it." That is literally why this is here. If Sonic Team never found out this was a thing, Sand Hill would not be a level in SA1.
You know, I'm not complaining because it's got like one of the best music tracks in the game attached to it, though.
It's also a very what the fuck moment, though.
They made
Like in
all of
the
these
entire
desert
game.
assets for this one minigame.
For this minigame that lasts 30 seconds.
I'm
Well,
going
not
to
even.
assume most of those things are probably that's probably just bits and pieces from Lost World. Just put in here.
Like the geometry, sure, but all the sand and the moving stuff around. There's a lot of effort put into this one stage that's like 3 seconds long.
Because back in the late 90s, Sonic Team cared.
Did they though?
Did they really?
Ooh, credits. Tails just fucking holding the frog. Oops, credits.
Oh, I
be
hate.
right
Oh,
back.
I hate this. I hate this. This flashback section because Tikal, you have to stand in the most specific space in order for the cutscene to start. So as a kid, I wandered around here, no joke, for 45 minutes.
Well,
For
it's also
some
bullshit.
weird
It's
reason,
also
they also
bullshit that-
put an upgrade in
Yep.
a flashback. I'm
That's
which you can
permanently
skip.
missable, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't
I'm
know
just
this
like-
was here the first time I played it, and it's just like, oh, look, Tails has a cool power up, and it makes the final boss fight for him a lot easier. So it's like, okay, man, I wish
Is
I
it
had that.
missable? I thought you had to grab it before Tikal would spawn.
I don't
I
think
think you have
so.
to. I think you have
No,
to grab
I'm
it.
Oh, really?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Well, that would explain why
I-
Ted spent 45 minutes looking for Tikal.
Yeah.
But like, there's this section where you can actually explore one of the towns of the ancient Echidna civilization, and it's only in a flashback as Tails. I'm like, okay.
And they're all NPCs you can chat with.
Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue.
The flashback thing has always bothered me though. It just has a
I like
concept.
it. I like it.
It would be.
I don't know.
It'd be more
It's just like
interesting if it mattered more.
it's a way of telling the story piecemeal to the audience, but it makes no fucking sense inside.
Johnny, you have to have a
the
very
world of
high.
the
You have to
game.
have a very high IQ to appreciate the SA1 flashbacks and Szechuan sauce.
I don't know why, but right now, just the timing of what you were saying and Tikal speaking on my screen melded together into perfect synchrony. And it was like Tikal speaking in Gareth's voice.
Hello, my name is Tikal. You have to have a very high IQ to understand this flashback.
It's like you disrupt my daily activities. I'm just doing grocery shopping, and you gotta have me listen to a flashback. And you don't even give me all the details.
And I love that while they're doing this flashback, in real life, the character is just staring blankly, like, the.
Yeah.
I
Like
guess you
they're
just conked
stoned.
out
Oh my
for a
god,
while.
Big's eyes look like they're glowing. Oh my
They
god,
are
that's
glowing.
I told
terrifying.
you, okay, the Dreamcast version's lighting engine was better.
See, again, imagine if this was the only fucking time this stupid bastard appeared in this game.
That
It's
would
probably a lot of people's
half,
first introduction to the character.
that wouldn't have looked half as Sonic.exe if this were DX, you know?
Yeah, and that's an improvement.
Chicken and two just says weird. Everyone would be like, "What the fuck was that cat character?"
Oh, whatever. Kind of fine Sonic.
I'll say this for Big the Cat though, he was frickin' amazing in the Ian Flynn Tracy Yardley run of the
No,
Archie.
no,
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a
That
problem
guy.
with Big the Cat, the character. I have a problem with Big the Cat, the gameplay.
I think that's
Yeah.
pretty much where everybody stands on the character. Yeah, it's the gameplay they hate. They don't mind the character.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to play a version of Sega Bass Fishing that's broken and unplayable.
Well, you know, it's still one of those things to this day I've not done with this game. I've literally done everything at this game at this point because I've gotten all 130 albums earlier in the year. I've still not played a fishing level with the fishing rod peripheral.
That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, I believe that is a thing
Does
you
it
can do.
make it any more playable?
It's Big's fishing. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I mean, does it
Spank me harder,
make the
Daddy?
does it make the control any better?
I don't know. I never used it.
Well, you know, I'm not buying a Dreamcast to find out. You know, the only reason that I had to ever want one of those overpriced vacuum cleaners was a Shenmue, but now we have the HD version, so.
I'd
Yeah, but
lo-
how
I'd
else are
lo-
you going to play Super Magnetic Neo?
I would love it if the water from the current of the waterfall was so strong, it just takes the plane down with it. When he tries to fly out.
And he doesn't get very far at all.
Here I come, Sonic! Run!
I do like that he has a freaking, like, straight up Batman underground entrance for
You're
it.
right next to the fucking capsule, Sonic. Jump on it,
Press
you
the
prick.
button.
Nah,
Release the
those
animals.
animals aren't important. Johnny's not even going to step into the Chow Garden, so they're not even going to be used for anything. You don't step
right,
into the
I
Chow
forgot
Garden at
about
all,
the-
do you?
No, why?
Because
There's nothing to
would
do
you?
there.
no,
Chow
you
Garden
can raise
sucks.
Chow and race them.
I've done it once. I'm not doing it again.
When did you do it?
It's live
This
stream.
earlier, yeah.
Yeah,
when
but
I
that's
did
not
the 100
hashtag BrainScratch comms hashtag content. That's
Exactly,
just
so
hashtag
people
some
actually
Call Me
watched
Johnny
it.
hashtag content. So even in Tails' version of the story, he's still too dumb to remember to put in the landing gear.
Basically, yes.
Wait, Gareth, what the heck are you talking about? They still, the wings still just clip into the ground in this version of the game too.
It's weird because in Sonic's story it didn't, so Sonic's story is better. You know what's weird? So in Sonic's story, we had 5 parts at between 15 and 20 minutes. I noticed there are 14 minutes of cutscenes in Sonic's story.
40 minutes.
So there are 40 minutes of cutscenes in Sonic's story. So that means there's maybe about 7 minutes of gameplay.
Hold on, actually, I've
It's
got the
like
folder
everything.
up, so I can do the math. Does that include the credits? An hour. It's an hour.
because I cut them out.
Okay, it's
Just
an
the
hour.
cutscenes.
It's an hour and a
There are-
half. So that's
So almost half of Sonic's story, you were just watching the greatest cutscenes of all time.
Yeah, if you skip all the cutscenes, you can finish Sonic's story easily under like 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? This is one of my favorite moments between these two in any fucking game, because that is the only time where Sonic treats him like a little brother. But he's flat out ignores that. I don't give a fuck what you're saying, Tails. Like, I'm just gonna talk to myself. No joke. I fucking love that character moment. I wish they kind of do more of that.
Well, they try to do more with the Sonic Tails dynamic in games like Lost Worlds. It's just,
You trust Eggman more than me.
it's bad.
At that point, they were really leaning hard into Tails as the gadget maker genius guy.
But it's really weird, though. In Tails' perspective, Sonic has more of that nonchalant attitude that we know him as, at least on the Western side. In his side of the story, Sonic acts more as a typical shonen protagonist.
Well, it's because you always want to see the best version of yourself, John. So to Tails, Sonic's an annoying jerk, but to Sonic, I like because you go down that way, it always makes Tails' face go backwards.
But even like my biggest point of reference is like Sonic was always very playful or condescending towards Eggman, in a very sarcastic fashion. And if I recall in Sonic's story, there's only one time where he does that. He's like, "Whatever you say, Eggman." But like later on in the story, he pretty much declares, "I hate Eggman." He's pissed off to see him still alive. It's like we never see Sonic get this angry ever again when it comes to interacting with Eggman. But in Tails' side of the story, it's more about what you expect, and I'm wondering like, what was their intention? Also, Tails, you should probably watch out. That cannon's right at you.
Also, Sonic was having a seizure because you could hear him jumping.
Tails idolizes Sonic, so he sees only the best in him, and Sonic is really a dick. So, wait.
Well, you are what you eat.
Okay.
Trust me, I've seen the pictures online. It's true.
That's why you don't use Google image search.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't go on fucking DeviantArt. See, this is my favorite thing about these cutscenes is that only in Tails' story do other characters acknowledge Tails with Sonic. Which was just like Sonic,
Mario,
you're here, thank God,
and
it's
Green
just
Mario.
you." I successfully taught my son to refer to Luigi as Green Mario.
Wait,
I would
really?
accept my parenting trophy
Wait,
today.
Gareth,
Thank you very much.
is this a joke or is this actual?
No joke. So we have these two little Mario Kart like playable cars, Mario and Luigi, and I was like Benji, this is Mario. He goes Mario, and this is Green Mario. Green Mario.
I'm calling child services.
This reminds me of my nephews, because I had the Mario and Sonic Olympic games on my shelf when I was babysitting them, and they wanted to play Mario and Sonic London 2012, and I was naming the characters, and I was like, it's Yoshi, and he goes, I point to Vector, and then he goes, Sonic Yoshi.
He's not entirely wrong.
It reminds me of those videos you'll see from time to time of like, this is what my grandma named all of the
Smash Brothers challenge, yeah.
No, my favorite ones are the Pokemon. Like my grandma named all the Pokemon. Those are the fucking funniest things. So from Tails' perspective, Sonic literally does nothing in this journey. You just it's like Tails. There's a giant water demon. You got this one, buddy. There's a giant robot. You got this one, buddy. Like what is Sonic doing?
I owe so much to Sonic. He puts me in danger at every turn, and I have to clean up the mess.
I don't know. The clouds seem to be the same spot, meaning that we're at the same altitude.
That is a line I always wish got memed more. I don't know why, but I always thought just Tails going, this ship is losing altitude. Made me laugh for reasons I can't explain.
There's a different take for it in every story, and I think the one for Amy, he's like, this ship is losing altitude, and it's hilarious.
I forgot about this.
This ship is losing altitude.
I forgot about this in the cutscene. They forget to make Tails' tails work the way they do in gameplay. So he just
no, dude, it's just a fucking JPEG. They literally just move a static image across the screen for Tails and Amy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I've never. Okay,
image.
so I noticed a couple of things about that cutscene I've never noticed before. First off, the ship's not actually
4x3.
exploding. They're just putting GIFs of explosions over it. Second off, they have the model for Tails
GIFs.
move into the black part of the screen and over.
Because it's widescreen.
Yeah,
I mean, like, because the SA2 the SA2 HD version did the same thing. This story is really funny from Amy's point of view because she sees Tails run off and she literally walks in the same direction, talking about what should we do now, Birdie? I don't know. Let's go to the Mystic Ruin.
Yeah, she completely misses that. She completely ignores the missile.
I wonder what happened to Sonic.
That line delivery.
See, that's memeable. That's some good meme action. I wonder what happened to Sonic.
So it was a different kid in SA2, right?
Yes.
This Tails also voiced Tails in Sonic Shuffle, and then his brother voiced Tails in SA2.
I thought that their brother was Sonic Heroes.
No, Sonic Heroes is Espio's son.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yes. so that's why I was so weird because SA2 Tails sounds like this Tails, but his actual acting is fucking terrible.
I think they're about the same, honestly.
I disagree, good sir. I honestly think. I mean, this Tails isn't amazing, but the Tails in SA2 is so fucking stilted. He has no emotion.
Literally
in SA2.
not just here. I wonder what happened to Sonic.
He's worried about his friend, Tails. He's worried about his friend, Ted. Okay.
Okay. Honestly, granted, no. Other than the first scene with Tails, where he's like, "I can't believe that Sonic would beat up the military or rob the bank." Like, there's that.
That's just clumsy script. I don't think that's clumsy performance.
Can we all just agree that both Tails in the adventure games were terrible and move on?
Well, yeah, but it's super
terrible.
important to find out which one was worse. Because otherwise, I'll cry myself to sleep.
Because
I would give credit to the Sonic Adventure 2 actor just because he had to say all that techno jargon when it's like, okay, we have to put the Chaos Emerald into the cannon and then go through the asteroid, blah, 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 blah.
It has the same wavelengths and properties, but it's less powerful than the real one. It's like, what? No kid should read that shit.
You murdered Sonic. I'll never forgive you for this.
So, the final level for Tails was... Well, we've been racing Sonic this whole time. Now we get to race someone who can actually fly.
Big the Cat. Tails, less monologuing, more chasing the villain, you moron.
Yeah,
He
no,
knows
the
that the
missile
level
goes
will
off
take
at this
3
point.
seconds. He's fine.
Johnny, I was really hoping you were going to put in that fucking smash, World of Light effect and this end Tails' story.
I changed a lot since I met. Pretty much. It's like, well, you're yapping your fucking gums off.
So when I was a kid, maybe it's just because I wasn't that good at games and I'm still not. But when I was a kid playing this, when I was like 11 or 12, this stage gave me a lot. The last section of this stage, I died so many fucking times.
I didn't know that there was not collision at the top of that tunnel.
Well, it's one way.
There's no collision in any part of this fucking game.
I thought that
you
you could run on top of it. I remember.
Yeah,
doing that.
it's one way. It's one way collision. Ocarina of Time has that all over the place.
Yeah, where you can collide with one side of the wall but not the other.
Yeah, because you can run on the ceiling as Sonic in that tunnel.
Why they didn't think to make it two-way collision when you go through the level as someone who can fly on top of it, I don't know.
Well, there's a reason to make it only one way if it only needs to be one way because it's less stuff that the computer has.
Well, yeah, but that's why I said when you can play the level as a character who can fly on top of it quite easily, I might add. I mean, they remember to put collision on the frickin' 1-inch thick railing in Skydeck, but not okay. I don't understand these.
This section, I died so many times because I could never. I never.
With the jet anklet, especially, the speed kind of catches you off guard.
Welcome to Megaton. The bomb is perfectly safe. We promise.
I remember when I played this for the first time, I actually flew so high that I actually went further into the building because I thought you had to go like close to the wall.
Oh, I did that too.
Yeah.
And then I guess Robotnik got to the missile while I was up there, and I was like, wait, what? What? I was here.
What happened?
Clement, you took Tails' theme song too literally. You're not supposed to really fly high. I also want to correct myself before somebody in the comments does. There is not 40 minutes of cutscenes in Sonic Story. It is only 25. But it's still a lot. It's still
That's
fucking...
still almost a third
Best
of the...
Eggman lines.
I love this.
Damn.
And that fucking line spawned the escape from Mincemeat Island. which is still one of my favorite things.
Today I think I'm
I've ever
going to
done
traumatize
on-
an 8-year-old.
I like how
I've
the
ever done
zooming,
on FTCR.
the zoom-in camera for the boss actually had to clip through the buildings to get to the boss.
And just seconds earlier, when the last level started, he was like, "Think you can keep up with Tails? Wait for me!"
What? He's caught up. I love
Again,
how
but yeah,
I
I got
love,
Speed Highway. I love that level, but it's the only time you ever do something like that with Tails, and it's like, ugh.
I love that if you look at the shadows, only the fucking like base of the feet cause a shadow. Nothing else
Yeah.
does on this portal.
It's okay, Tails. It's an illusion. You face your fears.
Maybe I should stop putting the weak point, these bright fucking glowing objects on the feet.
Man,
that you
and
can
this-
very easily attack.
This was the same console that gave us Shenmue. Wow.
So
But Shenmue wasn't launched though. I think.
Oh yeah, it was pretty
I was gonna
late.
say Shenmue's not aged that well.
okay,
Yeah.
so
It's a-
here's something that I just want to point out. Eggman can create some of the weirdest and wackiest stuff and make it function pretty darn well, because Eggman stuff malfunctioning actually isn't all that common. Usually they just, beat it. But he can't make a standard ICBM missile.
No.
All right.
Still though, one of Eggman's most direct,
wait, hang
moments
on.
in
Was
the
that-
series.
Was that diner called Station Squick Diner?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Why couldn't they just spell out Square?
I love that
I think they do,
animation.
but I think the letters are kind of segmented oddly.
At that point, Tails is like a dog waiting to sit down. Just goes in a fucking circle.
I like
And
how
this-
the
which-
loading
which
screen
way's
cuts
home
the
again?
music.
he fucking flew over the fucking like ocean.
The
if you wanna
ocean.
call it that. But in gameplay, he can fly for like 20 seconds and then he falls down.
It was a downhill ocean, so he was fine.
It's Windy Hill all over again.
Kind of dark for Eggman, considering he was willing to like blow himself up with the
Yeah,
city.
dude, he was gonna wipe out the fucking city with a missile.
I like this. I like this cutscene in both versions of it because, like, Sonic just casually jogs down a wall. So
So Sonic X was running in around 2005, and I think SADX came out.
2003, I want to say.
Yeah, but by the time they got to the Meta X, I think it was 2005, and this version of the game came out in 2003, I think.
2003,
So,
2004.
yeah, so within like 2 years, my exposure to Eggman went from willing to nuke a city to, oh, it's okay to do bad things, but as soon as you hurt someone, that's going
No,
too far.
no, Ted. His line is kidnapping someone is one thing, but when you hurt them, then you're going too far. And that's also the bit where Sonic goes dark, Super Sonic, and it was like, Sonic, I'm surprised at you. You should react. You should control your emotions better. No, please leave while I kill everyone in this room.
Excuse me, I must tend to my Station Square missile.